Good day, Dr. Louis Agustin. My name is Marky Kapunitan together with my partner John Luis Capoclian of IT 5M1. We will be presenting our database schema diagram of a complete POS system.
Nagpapakita po ito ng mga kung ano po yung mga relationship ng bawat table po. Dito po, sample po kay category to product. Yung relationship po ni category kay product is one to many. Kasi po, one category can have multiple product. Tapos ganun din po, si multiple product can have one category. Tapos yung relationship naman po ni product kay sale item is one to many. Kasi po, one product can be part of many sale items. Pero, each sale items po is associated po siya in one product. Tapos, si sale item naman po to sale. Yung relationship niya po is many to one. Kaya po ganyan is Tapos, from sale naman po to sale item is one to many. Kasi po, one sale can have multiple sale items po or multiple products in one transaction. Tapos, pero each sale items po is associated po siya in one sale. Tapos, naman si payment kay sale. Yung relationship niya po is one to one. Kaya po, ganyan is one sale po can only have one payment. Tapos, si sale naman po sa kay employee. Yung relationship po ni sale kay employee is many to one. Kaya po ganyan is one employee po can process multiple sale. Pero each sale po is processed by only one employee po. Tapos dito naman po tayo kay employee to payroll po. Yung relationship po ni employee sa kay payroll is one to many. Kaya po ganyan is one employee po can have multiple payroll records. Pero po, yung each payroll records na po yun is associated lang po siya sa one employee.
We have two tables here, the product table and the category table. In the product table, it contains details about products, including the product ID, product name, category ID, price, and quantity in stock. In category table, it lists categories with their category ID and category name. So, the output, it displays all rows from the product table and the corresponding rows from the category table based on the relationship. If a product does not have a matching category, the category name is null. The products like apple and banana have categories matching their category ID, so their category names are displayed, while the soap is not. The product soap has no category. Its category ID is null, so the category name is null. Energoid. Here we have the sale table. It contains sale data with columns, sale ID, employee ID, sale date, and total amount. Row 3 has a null value for employee ID, meaning no employee is associated with that sale. In employee table, it contains employee data with columns employee ID, first name, and last name. The output shows the joint results from both tables, but only includes rows where the sale table's employee ID matches the employee ID in the employee table. In the columns displayed sale ID, sale date, employee ID, first name, and last name. An inner join combines rows from both tables where there is a match on the specified key. In this case, the matching key is the employee ID. Right join. So here we have the payroll table. It contains payroll ID, employee ID, salary amount, and payment date. And the employee table, which we have employee ID, first name, and last name. So a right join ensures all rows from the right table, in this case the payroll table, are included in the result. If there is no matching row in the left table, employee table, the result will show null values for columns from the left table. The payroll table has two rows with employee ID 1 and 2, and the employee 3 from the employee table has no corresponding row in the payroll table, so it will not appear in the output. The results includes all rows from the payroll table because it is the right table in join, and the matching rows from the employee table are joined based on the employee ID. The employees in the employee table without payroll data, like employee ID 3, are excluded from the result.